with that?
Oh, no. When I play in worship service, when I'm playing, I close my eyes and I begin to see, like, colors. And whenever I see brilliant colors, I know I'm in the right space. When it's grayscale and it's just white and black, I'll start adjusting. Not necessarily the key. Maybe it's not the key. Maybe it's the chord. Maybe it's instead of playing, maybe I need to start playing. It's a subtle change in my progression. And I'll start feeling and seeing better. And
so I said, well, what do you think opens the door to that? And we started discussing, the more you move yourself out of the way, the more he can show you what he's trying to show you. The more he can say what he's trying to say. The more you can participate in the conversation, rather than, I mean, we meet a lot of people, God bless them, and I know everybody's in process and in some place in their journey. But you and I have all met people who want it so bad. And the it of this is not, I want God to show up and really touch people's lives. The it is, I want people to ooh and ah at my amazing ability right now. This probably wasn't supposed to get that deep. I'm sorry.
No, man.
But you could just tell, like, really, really animated, really, really aggressive, really, really driven. Like, I want people, and the key to how I know I'm telling the truth is watch the energy quotient and watch the riffs go up as soon as the guest speaker walks in the room.
This is my shot, Doc.
Yeah.
I'm never going to get out of here. Here it is.
And we're all nervously laughing because we've all done it.
We've all done it.
Or if your favorite artist just happened to come to church that day, oh man, you're going for broke. Don't act like you're not.
No.
Please don't do that. And yet, God's going, hey man, as soon as you get all that out the way, you realize God has the ability to make you look really, 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 really good. And again, you got to understand the grace with which I'm saying this. If your goal is to just honor God, and I don't have time to go on into all this, but I was talking about great worship experiences I've had. Some of the best worship experiences I've ever had have been in my kitchen. And I put a piano in my kitchen when I first started leading worship because I didn't know what I was doing. I really didn't. So I opened my Bible, I set up some utensils and salt and pepper shakers because I wanted to be cross-cultural even then. And I literally was like, okay, you all lift your hands and worship. Come on, let's worship the Lord. Now, that sounds funny, but some of the most incredible encounters I've ever had with God were with nobody around. And I just believe that that's what God is looking for. So when does my talent and ability stop and God take over? I think minute one, the first second you start. Lord, whatever, I'm going to work hard at my craft and my talent and my ability. But Aaron and I can both testify for the rest of the evening at moments that we finally stopped trying to push on something and we just stepped back from it and God said, oh, finally, thank you. Now what I came to say tonight, and people get touched and lives get changed, and if we keep trying to make that happen ourselves, it's not going to work.
And you know what? I want to address this too, because there are a number of expressions of music in Christendom now, and there's jazz groups that are, their sole purpose, well, their sole expression of that is the melodic implementation of riffs and all that. And in those cases, or there's cases like when we do the acoustic set, where it's my turn to solo. At that point, all the rehearsing and practicing that I've done is important, because it's my moment to whatever lead the particular point. And at that point, everybody's watching me, so I got to be able to play. So I don't want to, when I was growing up, you were either anointed or talented. You couldn't do both. You were like, either that boy's anointed or he can play. And now, thank God, we all know that, one of the ways that you can honor God the best is to be very good at what you do. To take the talent he's given you and be a good steward over it and maximize your abilities. And there are groups where God is all in it, and it's all about the solo at that moment. There are teams that, you know, so it varies, but when we talk about in a service or in a worship scenario, it's all about the intent of God's heart in that moment. So, you know, we could go on and on about that.